Welcome back to Ancient Egypt Unveiled. Today, we're diving into something spooky, something that'll make you question what lies beyond the sands of time. You've heard of the pyramids, the pharaohs, the treasures, but what about the tombs that seem alive? Tombs where strange things happen, where whispers of the past turn into screams of the present. In this video, we're counting down the top 3 most haunted tombs in Egypt. Are these just myths, or is there something more? Stick around, because by the end, you might just believe in the supernatural. Let's get started. But before we jump in, a quick heads up, these stories blend history with mystery. Some are backed by archaeology, others by eyewitness accounts. So, keep an open mind, and maybe don't watch this alone at night. Number 3, KV55, the Tomb of the Restless Soul. At number 3, we have KV55, a tomb in the Valley of the Kings near Luxor. Discovered in 1907 by Edward Ayrton, this place is a puzzle wrapped in a nightmare. Imagine this, a small, undecorated chamber, a smashed coffin, and a skeleton lying in chaos. No grand murals, no gold, just a sense of disturbance. So, who's buried here? Experts think it might be Akhenaten, the rebel pharaoh who tried to erase Egypt's old gods. Or maybe his son, Smenkhare. The bones don't match perfectly, and the tomb feels like it was ransacked in a hurry. But here's where it gets creepy. When archaeologists opened KV55, they reported strange things. Tools went missing. Shadows moved where no one stood. One worker swore he heard a low moan, like someone trapped. And the mummy? Its skull was battered, its arms twisted unnaturally. Was this vandalism, or vengeance? Some say Akhenaten's enemies cursed his soul to wander forever, angry at his religious revolution. Others point to the tomb's location, right next to Tutankhamun's. Coincidence? Maybe. But locals still avoid KV55 at night, claiming they hear whispers in the wind. Think about it, a king who defied tradition, a tomb that defies explanation. Is KV55 haunted by a restless spirit, or is it just our imagination? Tell me what you think in the comments. Let's move to number 2. Number 2, Saqqara's Tomb of the Watcher. Now, let's head to Saqqara, the ancient necropolis near Cairo. This place is older than the pyramids, a city of the dead stretching back 5,000 years. Our number 2 is not one specific tomb but a cluster of mastabas, flat-roofed burial sites, linked to eerie sightings. Locals call it the Watcher's Domain. Why? Because for decades, people have reported seeing a figure, a tall, robed man, standing silently near the tombs at dusk. He doesn't move, doesn't speak, just watches. One famous story comes from 1930s Egyptologist Walter Emery. While excavating, his team found a mastaba with an intact skeleton, unusual for Saqqara, where looting was common. That night, Emery wrote in his journal about a presence, something heavy in the air. His workers refused to return, claiming they saw a man with hollow eyes staring from the shadows. Days later, Emery himself fell ill and died mysteriously. Was it coincidence? Maybe. But the sightings didn't stop. Even today, guides talk about flickering lights, cold spots, and that figure, always at dusk. Some say it's a priest guarding sacred ground. Others think it's tied to Imhotep, the genius behind the step pyramid nearby. No one's dug up proof, but the stories persist. And here's a chilling detail, in 2020, archaeologists found 59 sealed coffins in Saqqara, perfectly preserved. Could disturbing these tombs have stirred something up? You decide. Saqqara is not just a graveyard, it's a mystery machine. Is the Watcher real, or a trick of the desert heat? Drop your thoughts below. Now, brace yourself for number 1. Number 1, the tomb of Petosiris, the cursed high priest. Topping our list is the tomb of Petosiris, near Tuna el Gebel, about 300 kilometers south of Cairo. This isn't a pharaoh's tomb, it belongs to a high priest from 300 BCE, a man who bridged Egyptian and Greek cultures. His tomb is stunning, colorful reliefs, a mix of styles, almost like a temple. But don't let the beauty fool you. This place has a dark reputation. Discovered in 1919, the tomb was intact, coffins, offerings, everything untouched. But the team that opened it? Disaster followed. Lead archaeologist Gustave Lefebvre fell sick within days. 2 workers died in accidents. Locals said it was Petosiris's curse, he didn't want his rest disturbed. And the creepiest part? The tomb's inscriptions warn of divine wrath for intruders. Coincidence, or something more? Since then, visitors report hearing footsteps inside when no one's there. A guard in the 1980s claimed he saw a robed figure vanish into the walls. And in 2004, a photographer's camera malfunctioned, every photo came out black, except one, a blurry shape in the corner. Paranoid yet? Here's the kicker, Petosiris's mummy is missing. Was it stolen, or did it walk away? This isn't just a tomb, it's a warning. Petosiris might still be guarding his legacy, 2,300 years later. What do you think, curse or coincidence? Let's hear it. So, there you have it, the top 3 most haunted tombs in Egypt. KV-55's restless soul, Saqqara's silent watcher, and Petosiris's deadly curse. Are these tales just superstition, or is there truth buried in the sand? Next time you're near a tomb, maybe listen a little closer. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, it really helps the channel. Subscribe if you haven't, and ring the bell for more mysteries. Tell me in the comments, which tomb creeped you out the most? Until next time, stay curious, and maybe keep the lights on. See you soon.